Well, hello everyone. It is 2018. I finally finished up all of my 2017 video footage. It is now May of 2018 actually. Ooh, there's a lot of wind. I am actually now in a national park. I started moving north a little bit from the New Mexico area. I'm in Colorado. I've been wanting to come back to Colorado. If you saw in my last video, I had a small stint in Colorado and I absolutely loved it. So I'm back and I'm going to do some more exploring. I'm in Mesa Verde National Park and let me show you outside. And this is my view. I just got here to the Mesa Verde campground today and I got set up in my spot. It's a dry camping area and I just had to stick my little tag out on the post to say that I've taken this, and yeah, I have a cute little spot over here, lots of beautiful scenery around me, and Lily and I are gonna go head out and do a tour around Mesa Verde and see the Pueblo Indian ruins. So a couple of things I wanted to talk about is, one, this is my 1-year anniversary with RVing. So May 8th was when I started last year. It's been a phenomenal year and I'm so excited to see what this next year holds. And if you haven't noticed, I have a new RV. A little bit different than the one I had before. My other RV was Liz, and I named her after Elizabeth Gilbert, one of my favorite authors of Eat, Pray, Love. She was a huge inspiration to me and just really kind of inspired me to really go after my dreams and don't let things get in your way no matter what the social norms are. So I love that name, and so I've thought about calling this one Liz 2.0. I don't know. Maybe she needs to have her own name. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know. So let's see, what else have I learned during this time when I've been RVing for a year? I've learned that I love it. It is freaking phenomenal. Like, I'm having the best time of my life, and I have been to so many places and met so many amazing people. And if you could see me then, and maybe you saw it in some of my first videos versus now, I'm just so much happier and feel like I'm really living, like I'm going out and socializing and experiencing like this beautiful world, and it's really been transformational for me. So let's see, what else have I learned while on the road besides the fact that I completely love it? I've learned to roll with the weather, like literally, because the weather changes, and you know, it could be sunny one day and snowing the next. So there's some challenges that are with that. Like this whole winter, oh my gosh, the wind has been crazy. And I don't know if that's normal in the Southwest. Really, from that time until now, the wind has been pretty rough. And I went to New Mexico at one point. I was there for a little while. And someone was like, yeah, didn't you know that the wind is really crazy during that time of year in New Mexico? And I'm like, yeah, they didn't teach me that in RVing 101. So, you know, your first year is really your kind of year where you learn these things, and probably even the second or third year because you're in different parts of the country. My biggest takeaway from this last year is the fact that I've learned to trust my instincts, and I've learned to really put myself out there. And part of this living in an RV was putting myself out there. There were some people who thought I was a little nutty for doing this, or even downsizing into a camper van. I don't view it that way. I love the minimalistic lifestyle. And then I had some truly amazing supporters. Most people were very supportive in my circle of friends and family. So I really appreciate that about them. So during this time while on the road, I have really, you know, I've been through some challenges. I've gotten stuck twice. I got stuck once when I was in, I think it was Ohio, when the road kind of gave out from under me. I got stuck in Yuma, which you will have seen in my other video. I have a small clip and a couple of photos of going to BLM land where there's other RVers, and I stopped and I just sunk, and then of course I did the wrong thing and spun the tires out and got even worse. So, you know, you learn through these things and you kind of figure stuff out. But the good news is that there's people everywhere who are willing to help. Like in every situation I've ever been in, which hasn't been a lot of situations, but in situations people will come to your aid, and it's been pretty phenomenal. So to those who say that doing this is a dangerous lifestyle, it is. I have not found that to be true at all. In fact, I have found it to be very safe, and just meeting incredible people who watch out for you, especially like through the Escapers group. We will drive somewhere and be on our own and then say, hey, are you in this area? And we'll see like where everybody's at and then come together and hang out and then go our separate ways and do the solo thing again. So that was the other thing that I've learned, that this can be a very social lifestyle. It doesn't have to be lonely. People think that it was lonely or that it will be lonely. And again, I haven't found that to be true at all. It has been really incredible. There's times when I love just going out and being by myself and meeting people along the way, but not necessarily camping with them. And there's times where I really like to come together and meet friends and just hang out and have a good time and go, you know, hike together or go off-roading in Jeeps in Moab. Again, on the last video, you'll have to watch that. I think it's on that side. I'll put it up there. But I'm just going to make me a sandwich before I head out. This is my lovely kitchen. I love it. It's so much bigger than the other one was, surprisingly, even though it's a smaller camper van. I keep my soap and stuff inside of the sink so it doesn't move around while I'm driving. Got some Dave's Killer Bread. This is good stuff if you've never had it. So I made some chickpea. Kind of like making tuna salad, but you use chickpeas. So I just use one whole can and make it up. It makes kind of a lot. So I think this is probably gets like 4 servings. And since the refrigerator is so much smaller, I have to be careful how much I buy. So I tend to eat, you know, quite a few vegetables. I'm just going to put some lettuce on here. In my chickpea smash, I have red onion, I have pickles, and I have a little bit of vegan mayo. Yeah, then like just some salt and pepper. Oh, and I put tarragon in it. And I know these are not like slicing tomatoes that you should be putting on your sandwich, but that's all I have, so I'm gonna make it work. So I just throw them on there. You can, instead of using mayo, by the way, in the chickpea sandwich, you can actually use avocado. I didn't have any at the time, so I didn't use it. I just kind of do what I have sometimes, and sometimes that means I have like a hodgepodge of food, but I don't know. It works. So, you like my sandwich? I think it's cute. And they'll fall off, but I'll just pick them off and eat them. And you just got little tomatoes on. I got this recipe and just probably adjusted a little bit from my cousin at vanillaandbean.com. This is inside of Mesa Verde National Park, and this was the fire that happened in 2002. So you can see there's still a ton of dead trees, not a lot of new growth, except maybe some bushes. One of the things that I have really learned on this last year of traveling was to slow down. Part of that was literally just driving slower. I used to drive a little bit probably faster than I should. I was a defensive driver, but I drove fast. In the RV, you can't drive very fast, so it makes you have to slow down. And I think too, like, it took me a while, probably a good 6 to 9 months. It was really this last winter time, I think, where I finally was like, okay, I'm slowing down. I'm feeling like, you know, I'm at a slower pace and I don't have to be rushing through everything. So I had to stop filming because I saw some cliff dwellings over here. So the whole point I was trying to make was that, you know, it's beauty like, my hair is in my way. It's beauty like this out here that causes you to really slow down and enjoy the beauty around. And I think that I had just commuted so long. I was always at this fast and furious pace. Got to get to work, got to get home, you know, and then start all over the next day. So it's been a really great lesson for me, and I've enjoyed it, and I think I can finally say that I have definitely slowed down and I'm really stopping to enjoy. We are now entering the Cliff Palace.
Yeah, lots of really nice little staircase. But there's multiple groups up here, multiple languages are probably spoken in
The Cliff Palace contained 150 rooms and 23 kivas and had a population of approximately 100 people. It is thought that the Cliff Palace was a social administrative site with high ceremonial usage. As you can see from these small cliff dwellings, these were made for people who were shorter during that time period. An average man was about 5 foot 4 inches tall, and an average woman was approximately 5 feet. The Pueblo people's average lifespan was pretty short due to a higher rate of infant mortality, so most people lived an average of about 33 years, which is skewed by the fact that many children didn't live past 5 years of age. Sun Point Pueblo. You are standing in the middle of what remains of a medium-sized Pueblo village. Here you can really see how small these openings are that the Pueblo people had carved out into the cliff dwelling areas. Those holes are very tiny, very short. They had burrowed out these particular doors in order to make tunnels all along through the cliffs, supposedly to help also protect themselves from the elements, but to escape from invaders. Just find it rather spectacular that we're viewing this beautiful history so many years later, and we don't completely know what happened to these people. It says that they were only there for a very short amount of time, but that was a lot of work that went into building a house for a short amount of time. You know, they didn't have cars and stuff like we have now to just pack up and leave like I did. So interesting. You know, one of the other things that I have learned on this journey in the last year for my 1 year Nomadiversary is to appreciate things a lot more. Things that I didn't think that I would like. I kind of snubbed my nose out a little bit. I'll give you 2 examples of that. I grew up in Dallas, Texas area, and I had little appreciation for that, or Texas for that matter. Maybe that's how it is when you grow up in some particular place, but I somehow just didn't identify with it. And so I moved away at a very early age and had lived in Seattle for about 15 years. And I love that area. I just seem to like the nature aspect a lot more. But there are some really beautiful places actually in Texas, not just Dallas. And so I'm learning to appreciate that more. The second example is the desert. I used to live in Scottsdale for a year. I didn't like the desert at all. I just didn't appreciate it. And so now the desert I do appreciate a lot more. This winter has been actually kind of amazing to be in it and experience like all different types of desert. And so, you know, I think that's the other lesson that I learned, is just to appreciate things more and to not look at something that I thought maybe I wouldn't like and completely judge it the first time around. And so I think in general, just appreciation and gratitude and really stopping and slowing down, like I said before, has helped me. and not having a plan for everything. Like, I'm a planning girl. I plan everything out. And in this life, like, your plans don't always go according to plan. Like, you have to really be flexible. So I'm learning to do that more and to be more spontaneous. So anyways, just some other lessons I learned in the last year. This is Fire Temple, another Pueblo house. I have the back doors open and the screen down, as you can tell. We've got a beautiful view, don't we, Billy? I was able to catch a little bit of the Mesa Verde National Park and show you a little bit of the homes that the Indians used to live in, and it's pretty amazing, huh, to see all of that. So back to 1 year Nomadiversary. It has been a great year. I think the thing though for season 2 is to just slow down a little bit more with my traveling, just enjoy the areas more. I have this new camper van that allows me to go to more places and experience more of the areas inside the national parks or state parks or just wherever I'm at. In fact, just the other day I went to a little cafe here in Colorado for breakfast, and it was a place that I would not have been able to park if I'd had my Winnebago. And now that I have the camper van, I was able to park in a regular spot and go in and have some breakfast. So it was really nice and I'm enjoying it. I just feel like this provides so much more freedom to me and I love it. Also, if you guys are not aware, not only do I publish the videos on a weekly basis, but I also do a blog post on my blog at storychasing.com. In that blog post, it has more details about the trip that I was on or whatever is happening, especially like as we get into the season 2 where there's going to be some more financial information and things about how to budget or how to work remotely. There's going to be links and things on there that I just can't put in a video all the time. So go ahead and head over to the blog and hit the subscribe button, fill in your email address so that you'll always know when I come out with a new post. I think that's it for this video, and I appreciate you coming along on my 1 year anniversary. Thank you so much for all of those who have subscribed. I just crossed over the 1,000 subscribers, so thank you. I love it. And I really appreciate everybody's support. You guys have been completely amazing, and I love all of your feedback and the questions that you have. It helps me to put these videos together, actually. So if I get more people who ask, you know, the same types of questions, I'm going to put videos together that kind of address it so that you guys will have the information that you are looking for. So that said, if you have questions that you haven't posted, go ahead and post them in the comments below. Thank you, everybody. Look forward to season 2. Bye.
Join me in the next video where I explore Idaho at Crater of the Moon National Monument and visit Sun Valley, Idaho along the next National Geographic quest of Sawtooth National Forest. And as always, if you like what you're seeing, please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, comment below, and like and share my videos. Thank you.